Interesting, but it's too dark here. Impossible to push this door. There's nothing to do there. Here it is, the infernal bomb. This container is too firmly attached to be unlocked. Falling on the bomb, it lights the fuse for the dynamite and sets off the explosion. This handle moves in a regular manner and will soon put burning oil right above the dynamite. This high-pressure boiler is a clock bomb, but I can't stop it. Almost ready. It's almost ready. It's almost ready. Almost ready. And now, let's hide somewhere. Welcome, sirs. Our party is complete.
My dear Holmes, I've just spared you a lot of unnecessary investigations. Lord Montcalf never killed himself. He was murdered by his cousin, Jonathan Parker.
I had the chance to escape the same destiny. Would you be so kind as to tell me how you deduced it?
Oh, yes, well, I think you'll be surprised. After reading the message you sent to me explaining your absence, I made an inquiry on my side. I remember the well-known scientist, Lord Montcalf, and his shady case, an unsolved robbery in which one of his cousins was involved. To tell you the truth, this man was not very honest. The police had quite a black record on him. After returning home, I found a letter. At first I thought it was yours, but in fact it was not signed by anybody. However, it confirmed all of my suspicions. Here, have a look. I know that you are looking for truth in the disappearance of Lord Montcalf. The last mentioned was murdered by his cousin, Jonathan Parker. You will find the body of the deceased in his own manor, under the bandages of Pt.5, mummy. and the guilty one on the place of crime, probably pillaging his uncle's collection.
Yes, quite an interesting study. I'm ready to reveal the mummy, but before I do, it's necessary to ask its master. Let me introduce you to Lord Montcalf.
What does that mean?
My dear Watson, your suspicions were not completely groundless. The only difference was that Lord Montcalf was never going to die. That is, really.
But why on earth not?
Father? Good heavens!
Here is his daughter. What a coincidence, isn't it? Let me just run over the course of events, and you can contradict me if I go wrong. My charming soon-to-be cousin has asked me to investigate the disappearance of her father. For this reason, she invited me to study the mansion. In fact, the idea was much deeper. I'm very thankful to you, miss. I now have the evidence that the mummies can walk. Watson, do you know how mummies were made in Egypt?
No, indeed I do. They used bandages and balm. Can you explain what this joke is all about?
Do you believe in ghosts, Watson?
Of course not.
Although they are really useful to move away the intruders. Jonathan Parquet didn't notice that and has lost his life.
Is he dead?
Indeed, Watson. Killed by the mummy.
Oh, come on, Holmes, you're joking.
It has nothing to do with jokes. This manor that had to be empty was the meeting place for the whole family. A mummy, a lord, his cousin, his daughter, and your servant. All of them trying to kill each other. A charming company, in short. I think Miss Montcalf has lost a shred of her dress there, while Lord Montcalf, the most dead among us, is safe and sound.
What are you trying to say?
Dear cousin, I doubt that the mummy exists. In fact, if it had tried to kill Lord Montcalf, it would not have left human fingerprints on the gun as it has done. By the way, I'm obliged to say that it was you who fired that gun. Your hand still has traces of the powder.
Miss Montcalf dressed up as a mummy?
This child loves so much her father that she decided to follow in his footsteps, and her father refusing his daughter's vacation.
Oh, here is a sad case of murder indeed. Then why was there a need for your services? To make you guilty? Who would believe it?
I thank you for your confidence, Watson, but Elizabeth didn't know her father was alive. Rather, she was looking for 4 statuettes he possessed. To find out the cause of death, I would have inevitably found these statuettes, which he had hidden in the manor. The only thing left was to kill me, and it was Jonathan's task, the cousin, and it was an easy task for him.
Elizabeth and Jonathan? In a plot to kill and steal?
There are families where murder doesn't mean anything. Lord Montcalf is not so innocent in this case. He was not content with making everyone believe in his suicide. He filled his manor with deadly traps, and he hid in his caves the most valuable archaeological pieces that he saves for his own private use. He's ready to kill to protect them.
What stupidities! You're just a desecrator who's not even capable of understanding the priceless value of these pieces.
However, I have never wished for their destruction.
Nonsense! I know that you're taking me for an old fool. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I'm the only one here who really has his head on his shoulders.
Do you think I didn't understand the meaning of this bloody ballet around the statuette? I understand your distress as you realize the combination of the 5 statuettes that you hold could free the evil forces. But you have already taken a gruesome way to death. You believe in reincarnation, then. Why not in immortality? Your paranoia has taken you into delusion, and your doctor's treatment has confused your judgment up to the point of disguising yourself as a living mummy and committing a murder.
How can you make such accusations, and how can you believe such absurdities?
Indeed, I don't believe at all in the power of these statuettes, as I don't believe in stories about curses. But I know a sect whose members were ready to kill to get them back. One of the executors was Parquet.
Scoundrel!
But their leader is Elizabeth Montcalf. Lord Montcalf understood that, and in his madness he was divided into 2, into a living mummy to commit the thing that was against his blood instinct, to destroy his daughter.
What a tragedy.
Human nature, Dr. Watson. You should see that every day in your patients and your vacations. Tell me, Madam Watson, did she have a good rest?
Oh, yes, but keep in mind that these vacations were shortened by a strange case, which began with some strange noise.